Aladdin. Someone in the Arabian desert, a mysterious man named Jafar, and common thief Gazem meet up. "I have brought you half of the scrap medallion," says Gazem. Jafar reaches under his robe to pull out the other half of the medallion. When he fits the piece together, the scrap starts to glow and rumbling sound breaks the silence of the desert. The scrap flies out of Jafar's hand and lands in a nearby sand dune. Suddenly, a giant lion's head emerges. It's the Cave of Wonders. Jafar promises Gazem that he can have any treasure he finds inside the cave as long as he brings him the lamp. Just as Gazem steps into the cave, the lion's mouth slams shut, swallowing Gazem whole. The next day, a young man named Aladdin swings from a laundry line with a loaf of bread. He's trying to get away from the Sultan's guard on the roof. With the help of his friend Abu, the monkey, he manages to get away. It's been many days since Abu and Aladdin have last eaten. Just as Abu is about to take a bite of his bread, Aladdin notices two hungry-looking children and gives them his share. "You see, Abu, there are people less fortunate than us," said Aladdin. "Someday things are going to change." Meanwhile, at the palace, "Yasmin, the law says you must be married to a prince by your next birthday," says the Sultan to his daughter. "You've only got 3 more days." "But father, I don't love Prince Ahmed," replies Jasmine. "If I do marry, I want it to be for love." "Jafar must find a suitor for the princess," says the Sultan in desperation to the Grand Vizier. "I think that I can help you," replies Jafar, "but it would require the use of the mystic blue diamond that you're wearing on your finger." Jafar hypnotizes the Sultan with his cobra staff and takes his ring. Jasmine decides to run away. After climbing over the palace wall, she finds herself in Agrabah's marketplace for the first time. Jasmine takes an apple from a stall and gives it to hungry children. The shopkeeper demands that Jasmine pay for the apple, but she doesn't have any money to pay him with. From upon a nearby roof, Aladdin has been watching everything unfold. He jumps down and intervenes between the angry shopkeeper and Jasmine. He tells the shopkeeper that Jasmine is his sister and that she's a little crazy. As they run off, the shopkeeper shouts after them, "Come back here, you little thieves!" Taking Jasmine by the hand, Aladdin leads her through the marketplace and helps her climb to his favorite spot on a rooftop overlooking Agrabah. During this time, Jafar consults his hourglass and asks who can enter into the Cave of Wonders. The sand inside his hourglass starts to spin into a tornado, revealing that Aladdin is the only one who can enter. The Sultan's guard capture Aladdin. Jasmine removes her disguise and orders that they release him. "I would, princess, but my orders come from Jafar," says one of the guards. "You'll have to take it up with him." As the guards take off with Aladdin, Jasmine is determined to have him released. Thrown into the palace dungeon, Aladdin can't stop thinking about Jasmine. Jafar, disguised as an old prisoner, tells him that he knows of a cave filled with treasures beyond his wildest dreams. "The treasure is yours, only if you help me find the lamp." Eager to escape, Aladdin accepts the old man's offer. The old man opens a hidden exit to the dungeon wall. Out in the desert, the Cave of Wonders opens and Aladdin and Abu begin to descend the cave's never-ending staircase. Eventually, they find themselves in a big chamber filled with piles of gold coins, precious jewelry, and valuable objects. As they search for the lamp, Aladdin notices a colorfully woven carpet that seems to be watching their every move from behind a pillow of golden coins. Aladdin starts to laugh. "A magic carpet," he claims excitedly. "Maybe you can help us." The magic carpet brings Aladdin and Abu to an underground cavern where there is a tall pillar with a staircase leading up it. On top of the pillar is the lamp. Aladdin climbs the pillar's steps. Abu sees that giant ruby and can't resist touching it. "You have touched the forbidden treasure," booms the cave's voice. "Now you will never again see the light of day." There is a rumbling and the pillar starts to shake beneath Aladdin's feet. He grabs the lamp and jumps onto the magic carpet. The cave is crumbling all around them. The magic carpet starts to fly towards the exit where Jafar waits anxiously. Jafar orders Aladdin to throw him the lamp. Not trusting Jafar, Abu bites his wrist. Losing their balance, Abu and Aladdin fall backwards into the cave. When the rumbling stops, Aladdin and Abu find themselves trapped. Abu pulls out the lamp. Aladdin notices some writing on the lamp and rubs to get a better look. The lamp begins to shake and glow. A blue puff of smoke emerges from the lamp, transforming into a jinn. In the blink of an eye, the magic carpet transports everyone out of the cave. "If you are a real jinn, I have the right to make 3 wishes," said Aladdin. "All right, but not one more," replies the jinn. Still in love with Prince Jasmine, Aladdin makes his first wish. "Genie, I wish for you to make me a prince." Aladdin heads to the palace. As the door to the palace opens, he is introduced to the Sultan as Prince Ali Ababwa. Flying in on the magic carpet, Aladdin makes his grand entrance. From the top of his turban to the points of his shoes, he is covered in silk and jewels, like a real prince. "Your Majesty, I have journeyed from afar to seek your daughter's hand," said Prince Ali. That night, Prince Ali invites Jasmine for a ride on the magic carpet. The princess is quick to discover that he's really the young man she met in the marketplace. Jafar watches closely. "I have to get rid of this prince before he ruins my plans," says Jafar. As Aladdin arrives at the palace, Jafar orders the guards to capture him. The guards tie Aladdin up and throw him over a cliff into the sea. Luckily, Aladdin manages to rub the lamp that was hidden in his turban. The jinn appears and grants him his second wish. Aladdin asks the jinn to save his life. Jafar's pet parrot, Iago, manages to steal the lamp from the Aladdin. Jafar rubs the lamp to summon the jinn. Obediently, the jinn appears before Jafar, granting him 3 wishes. Jafar's first 2 wishes are to rule as sultan and to be the most powerful sorcerer in the world. Jafar has the jinn lift the entire palace up off the ground, placing it high on the top of a mountain. Aladdin quickly jumps on the magic carpet and returns to the palace. Meanwhile, Jafar hypnotized the Sultan with his cobra staff and others that he forced his daughter to marry him. "You will wed with Jafar," orders the Sultan to Jasmine. Jafar lets Iago treat the Sultan as his puppet. Suddenly, Aladdin enters the place. When Jafar spots Aladdin reaching for the lamp, he conjures up all of his evil powers to try and destroy him. Trapped behind large swords, Aladdin has to think of a new plan fast. Aladdin tricks Jafar into making his third and last wish to become an all-powerful jinn. To Jafar's horror, he soon realized that part of being a jinn means having to be bound to a lamp. Both Jafar and Iago are sucked into the lamp together. With Jafar finally defeated, the Sultan decides to change the law. Prince Jasmine shall marry whomever she deems worthy, announces the Sultan. And because she wanted to marry Aladdin, that's exactly what she did. The end. See you next time!